Hi all, welcome to this FIFA 20 club tour. We've not done one yet, this FIFA yet, oddly enough, but I thought might as well get onto it at last. Kind of break out how the club has been going this year. Kind of talk about also, do we feel we've seen an improvement this year compared to say previous years on FIFA? So if you could smash like folks would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at @GIsALegend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. Hope you have a good new year when it comes, and hope you have a good 2020, and hope you've had a good decade as well. So in terms of my club at the moment, I would be brutally honest and say that it's not as good as it could have been for a number of reasons, but I would say the objectives this year, and also some SBCs, individual SBCs I should say, have at least kind of gave us a bit of an okay club. Not the best, not the worst, quite special card heavy, but at the same time for us, if you've kept up with everything that we've kind of covered on like Twitter, YouTube, etc., like we've done like we grinded Perisic, we grinded Moy Gomez, we've pretty much done them in like next to no time. Obviously, like Santi Cars, that's how we've been able to get like Santi Cazorla pretty quickly, like Danilo's pretty quickly. We've been getting these cards in quick, but because one, we're wanting like objectives done. Two, we want to at least maybe give the player a try out and then maybe get up for content. But we've also wanted to be like, right, could this player fit in our respective team? Like Tolisso, he was obviously the season 1 player and he's been kind of in since the get-go, and we're very happy with him. Mendy, kind of one of our big spends that we've had. Even then, it wasn't exactly a big spend because we had practically everything. We only had to spend like, I think after packs it was like 20k or something, like 22k or something. It wasn't very much. Babu, great objective card. Obviously not been using him too much lately because he doesn't fit in the team, but he's at least a sub that comes in at centre half usually for us and does a bit of damage. Ruslan, another great objective card, just a pity due to how the team is just now we don't use him, and also because of Mendy. Semedo, we've had him packed since his team of the week and still haven't used him, funnily enough. So he's fresh as they come. Obviously we've still got a loan version of Mbabu as well. Then we've got quite a few other specials like Onana, Joshua King. Nice moments card, just a pity they've just kind of just went quiet. Like we've only just had a handful of them and they've just disappeared. Because like I would have said, it's a great concept, just a pity. It's like same with flashbacks. You're not getting enough of them quick enough. Like it's not hard to do, say, like a pile of flashbacks like once a week. Like just give us like a flashback pick SBC or something. But Diego Carlos, if he goes to Liverpool, then that card could get kind of hampered. But hopefully, when we get at least another couple upgrades, even then, Shadow should hopefully help him out at least. Shaquem used for getting Moy Gomez, and then obviously Jenny, Trapp and Morata. They've kind of been staples of the club since the start of FIFA really for us. And then from here it just kind of gets down into the general 83s and 82s. So what I'll do is we'd kind of move over to the like special stockpile that we've kind of been building up. For those that know as well, we did have like practically like every inform in the team of the week, and I'm talking like practically every inform. It was only bar like a handful of informs. And obviously we kind of offloaded them. We offloaded them like mad. We got a lot of profit into the bargain, but at the same time it gave us coins that we've just been sitting on. We've just been sitting on coins, not been doing such serious trading, mainly because the team we're settled with, and I don't really see the point changing too much. Wesley's a nice card. We packed him twice. We packed him once tradable, both tradable even, and like, yes, the record is a little bit inflated. I think that's just because of like objectives. All he really needs is like a hunter card on him and he'd be quite nice. Sells is untradeable, so I can't really do much with him except an SBC. Thuram and Blanco, they're just bought, but I've just never sold them. Blanco I should really sell because I don't really see the point using them anymore, but I've just kind of held on. Thuram, kind of the same. Mbolo's pack, Ben Sabiani's pack, Morelos obviously the SBC, the objectives, sorry. Delph is through season objectives. Slimani and Jovic are just packed, untradeable informs, just no use for them. Slimani I want to keep anyway because I hope that he gets an upgrade and that 80 goes to maybe like an 82 or an 83. And Christian Doige, because he's in Hibs in form, is pretty much why I've kept him. Just don't see the point selling him, and he's also I think like 15k just now the last I've seen, so he's good profit. And then obviously the icon swaps, we've only got 3 at the moment. We're going to be working our way through hopefully this week, getting through them, because I'd like to get the 6 kind of quick. Ideally, even though I'm not the best on squad battles, on higher difficulties with the weaker teams, I'm usually give me my first team against any team, and I generally am quite solid. But also as well, I'm covered for a few leagues like Scottish Premiership. I'm well and truly covered, and I'm well and truly set for like the A League. I think like Romania is another league that I'm kind of prepared for as well if they were to drop that. Like the reason being for Scottish Premiership is because I'm hoping and praying that we get a Hibs player instead of a Celtic Rangers for a change. But regardless, depending who was to drop, I may do the SBC for content, because if they were to say drop it either before Team of the Year or during Team of the Year, then I would definitely be like, oh, I'm going to go and do that. Like, because for those that always like to know, I like to try and build up a pack stockpile for Team of the Year, and that's kind of what we're going to work towards hopefully over the next week or so. Just try and get up the packs and take it from there, as it were. Like A League, as we said, just showing where we're at with, like, we've pretty much like bought the whole league. Like, if at worst we don't obviously do it, but we just kind of sell off all the players, but I'd at least like to maybe do the SBC quick, just to kind of show you like what players I'm using, and then obviously just put up a player review of the player in question. And then depending when it drops, and if the packs get opened or saved or whatever, then we may have a pack opening as well during it. So 2,500 players, just loads of spare stuff. So I thought I might as well show the packs as well that we're storing up. There's quite a few packs here that I don't think you're seeing because of the advanced SBC. Like, we've been doing the advanced SBCs. We've got League of Nation Hybrid to finish, and we've got National Pride to do as well. And obviously we've got the 2 player packs from Moy Gomez, and then we've got 1 player packs from the daily objective. So we've been building them up, and I'm hoping by like next week we can be, I would like to be over 100, because I'm going to, this week we'll be taking the untradeable packs to give us a good pack stockpile, and just kind of take it from there and see where we go. Because I want to just kind of get back into, I want to be kind of giving myself as good a chance for Team of the Year. So in terms of my team and what we're rocking up with, this is the full team for now. Soria and Jenny are the only 2 players that I aim to kind of work for in terms of upgrades. Some of the records are a bit skewed because of like objectives, and because I've had to use some players over others. Like Soria's very consistent, been very good, made some good saves, and Zaniolo's been very impressive actually. I've enjoyed having Shadow on him, feel like works best. 67 games played, funnily enough. Diego Carlos, 97 games, that's just mainly because of the objectives as well for going for Moy Gomez. He's only got 2 goals, but he's still very, very solid. Jenny, 157, had him in since like the start. He's kind of like a trooper, but sadly we'll be losing him once we get Koeman and Van de Saren, but still being a nice card. Mendy, 69 games played, that's just inflated because of the objectives as well, and like a weekend league and a rivals tier as well. So 6-9, 5-1, but he's very good though. I've really enjoyed his card. Very attacking, very good defensively, and Anchor suits him nicely. Paulinho, 51 games. I actually thought I'd played a lot more than that, but maybe that's because of just one weekend league run. I did kind of play the last weekend league, but that was just so I could get the play online objective done quick, and I didn't really want to risk my rivals rank. I thought give folk what 3 wins, but still regardless, 10 games, 5 goals, absolute tank in midfield. Put a shadow on him and he's sorted. Tolisso, 186 games. Yes, the goals and assists aren't the greatest return, but I don't generally play him for that attacking presence, even though he does that quite nicely when he gets in that final third. Rivaldo, 49, 18 and 18. No complaints really with him. I know a lot of folk don't enjoy his card. Still yet to find that chem style. That's what I need to kind of address. Find a good chem style from where it be Hawk. Catalyst, Hunter, Shadow, whatever it may be, something that just kind of juices him up that little bit better. Politano, 46 games, 10 goals, 13 assists. He's doing well for me. I feel like I've just got to use him that little bit better. But Hawk, I feel, is his best chem style for him. And 4-star, definitely ticks a lot of the boxes. Balotelli, 32 goals, 21 assists from 46 games. A little bit skewed on the return. Doesn't help as well because of the some elite objectives, but I'm not going to complain. He's a very, very enjoyable card. Perisic, just as we said, recent addition, 11 games, 5 goals, 4 assists. 11 games, fun enough, all off the bench as we explained in the player review. Then like bench and reserves, and like Perisic I find better than Coman, just to say as well, and that's kind of why he's in. Like Onana, Tagliafico we haven't really used, but they're just nice additions regardless. And Babu is a nice solid right back, as you can see with his return. Hopefully gets a few more upgrades, make him even more juicier. Anchor just kind of makes him overpowered as they come. Trossard just does his job when I've used him, not the best, not the worst. Ozil, these guys work nicely for like EPL objectives whenever I've had to do them, so like Trossard, Ozil, King, Vardy, that's what they get used for. So like the records might be a little skewed, but because when you've got objectives and because they're 4 different teams, it makes it a lot easier. Vardy's actually a nice super sub, same for King. Like Boulaya, I haven't really used yet apart from the loan version, but still a nice card. Might actually put him in the starting 11 over Trossard maybe. Moy Gomez ain't going to use. Coman, very solid left winger, but obviously now usurped by Perisic. Roussillon and Santi Cazorla not really used. Roussillon not really used much, but still decent, but sadly won't get in over Mendy for now. And Santi Cazorla was quite decent for when I used him for the Moy Gomez objectives. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with this team. As I said, some improvements that are needed, but I feel as a whole I'm more happier with this type of team than say previous years, and it's also a bit of fun. But let me know folks in the comments below what your squads are. Hope you have a great new year. Hope you smash the like, sub to the channel if you're new, and I will catch you all later.